Alright, I got this switch here from a 95 Firebird LT1, and I was seeing if it would work on my Caprice, and then I looked up online. I saw other people were doing something. This person had a Malibu, and they're doing an LS swap, so I think it should be the same for LT. This front one right here is a brake light switch, so I'm just going to connect those to what I already got. I got something similar to this, except for it's on the side. Then it's just either of these ones will work. I'm just going to use two of the pins. I'll probably just use these two right here. Connect one pin to ignition, 12 volt, and the other to the TCC circuit. These pins are open when the pedal is pressed. Do not use other pair. I don't know why. I think there's some, if you have cruise control or something. This is different than it would be for a 95 Impala, but they didn't have any pick and pull, so I just grabbed this. But it's gonna work, I think. We'll see. So yeah, light switch right there, and then either of these wires. I got it with the connector piece, so. But if you didn't have it, you could just connect some pins. All right, let me go see. So yeah, there's my switch right there, and I don't think that this connector is probably not going to be the same. So yeah. All right, so I don't really want to cut my original, so I'll probably just run some terminals to the back of this. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And we'll cut and splice these off, and one of them will go to an ignition. We'll have to add some wiring to it, I'm sure. One of the wires we got to connect to is over there. Maybe the other one too. I'm not even sure where I'm gonna hook up the ignition to. I'm probably not gonna do all this at once, but maybe I will. Let's see. So we need some mail. Let's see if we got any of those. All right, well, of course I don't have the ones I'm looking for, but I do have these ones. No, I think I'm just gonna pick two of these. That one's got more on it though. Let's try to get to it though. Nothing matches. The whole car is mismatched. Wasted footage. All right, so what I'm gonna do is take two of these. There they are, matching. All right, good. And then I'm just gonna put those into the brake switch. And I can change them with the real ones at some point, but I won't. But then at least I don't have to cut my existing brake wire, you know what I'm saying, connector piece, in case I ever want to go back to original. I doubt that. The worst cutters ever there because I destroyed them. Yeah, the car needs, the wiring always gets better on it, but it's gonna need to get done when everything's all where it needs to be. Then I can like do it correctly, or probably just leave it like it is forever. But at least I mentioned it. That's gonna work. Really crushed that one, but these are like old. All this stuff is old, so yep. All right, that's good. That goes into there. Now I can put those into the brake switch. Probably should have made those be the same length, but whatever. Then I'm gonna use 2 of these. That's the wrong tool. And yeah, I guess they're not 16 gauge. These need to get wired to other wires. These ones I don't need really at the moment, or maybe ever at the moment, I think. So we'll just try to do, I don't know what we're doing. There's that. And yeah, these need to get wired. This one of these goes to power, and one of these goes to a torque converter switch. Now I gotta locate the wires in the car and run some wires. I got this wiring right here. I think I'm just gonna use some new stuff. There's so many different colors underneath the car. I probably should try to make something color coordinated, so at least whatever one of these goes to the ignition. We'll probably do a pink to the ignition just because that's what it's supposed to be. This one looks more like a ground. This will be going to the torque converter switch. These should just plug right in. This should just screw right in. So that's pretty much what I wanted to do, was get that there. Then I can run the wires and just connect them up. Let's see if this will, because now I can get this to work. This should just unscrew. Hopefully people can see. You could probably just pull it out. Threads get kind of messed up. I'm just gonna spin it to try to preserve anything we got going left here. Oh wow, I do have, I probably could have just used this switch. I didn't notice that there was a maybe I will. I think they're this. Are they the same? Yeah, I think they're the same. I don't think this is from a. It says 78. Yeah, that might be original. Did this have cruise control on it? It might have. I know it works. Very interesting. So maybe I'll just use this one. No, we'll use this. We'll use this one, I think, unless it gives me some type of issue. The same. This one's. That one's got some like indentations right there. That one doesn't. That one just. Well, this one's all wired up already, so. A lightweight one to just go with the original one because it's original. I wonder if that'll work. It should. It's just a relay or a switch, you know. I don't know if it works though. I don't know if this one works. This one's got extra wires popping out of it that I don't really need any more extra wires popping out under here is kind of what I'm thinking as well. This was lightweight loose in there. Threads look a little bit better on this. All right, let's just go with the one we got. Enough hem hawing. Problem is, can I spin this in there? There's so many wires in the way here. He's got to push these in. He might need some adjusting. All right. At least we'll see if it works, I guess. Should have no brake lights working right now until I hook this up. I might hook that original one back up. We'll see what happens. Because I don't know, the wiring in this car is a mess. Anything I could do to make it happier in any type of degree. You know what I'm saying? We just need to see if these brake lights go on now. All right, here's a brake light test. All right, of course there's two purple wires that come from the 37 way and not just one. That's what's left of it. All these wiring down here, this is the 10 way one. Some of them I cut off because I use them elsewhere. I just leave it so I know what it is. The 37 way was too big to leave, but I still have it, which is good because I was able to see which one of those wires is which. There's a smaller one and there's a larger one. The small one is the one we want here. It's on B2. All right, B is right there and 2 is right in there. You can't really see it. B2. I sunk your battleship. All right, there's the other one right there. We don't want that one. That's a bigger one. That's for a washer relay or something. We want B2 420 purple. That's good. Switch ignition feed to torque converter clutch solenoid. Switched ignition feed. That's what we got going on here. We're gonna add some power on it. Then it's gonna know when the brake hits and hopefully solve some of our problems, my problems. So maybe your problems too. All right, so we're just gonna go with this little one then, and we're gonna run a wire across here. Ended up getting a used wire. Yep. Why not? Because I'm cheap. That's why. I don't know if it's gonna reach. It probably won't. I probably should test it first. What are we doing here? All right, we're connecting to this purple one. Okay. That's gonna go in this connector. This is gonna get run underneath the carpet up in here. It's probably just barely not gonna make it. We're just gonna try because that's what we got to try to do. All right, let's get this. This is like an 18 gauge. The wire, I gotta go into a thicker wire just because that's the one I found. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it probably does. In some circumstances, definitely would, but if anything, it's just getting more beefed up of a wire, so no problem. That wasn't the, I don't like this butt connector. It's like super small, like big butt connectors, you know? Gotta get it in there perfectly. All right, just going with what we got. And like every other wire, just run it back here. See what happens. I want to put this connector piece on it before I get it like hecka deep in there, but the problem is I'm gonna be like, oh, wasn't enough wire. So yeah, don't measure anything. I can't. It makes it not fun. I just like to guess. This wire is gonna be a problem, isn't it? This carpet doesn't like to come out all the way. It's a struggle. It's hard to get it back up underneath this heater area, so I'm just gonna try to route this wire around here. I probably, maybe, might just make it. I want to go over the column if I can. Oh, I'm like, where's the wiring at? It's right here. I don't think it matters which one. We're gonna go purple to that. One more wire to hook up. These ones I might cut or tape up. We're gonna have to do something, but those ones are all up in my way. Last thing we need is more wires here, but I'd hate to cut them and then need to use them. All right, one more. We need some ignition wiring here. Who's got the power? Nope, 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 nope. All the ignition spots are taken. Definitely doubled and tripled up. Oh, crap, no doubt. All right, I think I got it figured out now. I got a, let's see, this one right here. I got power, I got ignition power right there going to this. I'm gonna just run a line off of this one because I don't feel like doing this correctly ever. And yeah, I think this is to a light or something, so it's not that crucial. I'm gonna put these ones together. Well, first I'm gonna strip this one. We got all mismatched wiring in here. I said I was gonna use new wiring, but I didn't. This car doesn't like new stuff. What? I already used that one. I gotta thread this. I'll thread the needle in that one. Nothing's right size, but it all works. It'll work for now. All right, now these ones go together. Things in my way all the time. Yep. These go together. Friends forever. All right. I'm like, I just use the same thing every time to crush these. Like, I don't look at what number I'm doing or what gauge it is, if anyone was wondering. I need some better tools. These are all right, but they're not like professional or anything. All right, most likely this is gonna come off again at some point. I need to straighten that out. Always bend that. All right. that into there. Yeah, all this wiring's gonna need to get redone. It's all horrible wiring. It's done by me and other people. None of us knew what we were doing. These bend when I crimp them together. Apparently, I'd like to throw this wire up here some just to get it out the way if possible a little bit. That goes to that. Can anyone see anything? Probably not. I'm probably not even recording. It's a mess down here. Anyway, just connected it. Everything should be connected now. My brake light switch and yeah, more wires to the party. Fun times. We got just random ones in there going nowhere. All right, my brake switch is in there. The brakes work, so that's good. I mean, the brake lights work, so that's good. I can't see it, but you can, right? Here, you tell me. It's gonna fall. All right, hopefully that worked. So at least my brake light switch still works, hopefully. All right, tell me, let me know. I'm not gonna check. I'll let you guys check. Yep, all the panels are down again. Never put those back together all the way forever. Just always be ready to pull them out. And just print the stuff out at a certain point. You can also break down weed on it. So I've used these pieces of paper so many times. It's not for that, but you know, but yeah, what I'm saying, I keep checking where wires are going and I keep finding out because I printed those out and that's very helpful. So I think that's, we're just, the camera's going nowhere. I think that's it for right now. Car is back to how it was. The torque converter and the computer and everything should be speaking again. So that may help the car run better. Also, yeah, I'm gonna mess with the ignition control module. That's giving me problems, I believe, too. And I relocated it and I'm not sure if I might move it back, and then I'll explain if I do that, or when I make more videos on that, I'll explain that. But there it is. Brake switch. I could have just hooked up a line and hooked it to this one, I think. I didn't realize that this original one had this relay or these ports here. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. I got one from a Firebird, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, we'll be back with the next one. Peace.